So I've decided to go for Saarthal here, which can actually be somewhat difficult because of the later Draugr and my very poor magic resistance. But I've gotten a couple perks into Restoration, and I'm hoping that will be sufficient to get me through the Draugr. Although I still don't have any great way to deal with with the arrows that I'm likely to get hit by, because I haven't been able to take the Blur perk yet. So this could be a little tough, but by completing it, I'll get a useful ring because I currently don't have any. And there's also probably a decent number of soul gems and stuff like that, which will let me continue to advance my skills.
Who knows what we're going to find?
So that Draugr managed to corner me and did a pretty good job of wrecking Tolfdir, but North Sword of Ice, that'll be nice to be able to disenchant and get some kind of ability on. And I was able to take the Focused Mind perk, which I consider pretty essential to be an effective caster, and it is making me a bit more sustainable. But this area, I think, is going to be pretty hard. So, quick save before we go in, and let's give it our best shot. I think I'll have to take down a mana potion here to make sure that I can stay in the fight for a little bit longer. Tolfdir is doing a bit of work. This is one area where I kind of wish I'd kept my silver scimitar or silver katana around, because it would be nice to actually be able to use my stamina in some way. But that still went pretty well, actually, and I'm lucky that the guys with the bows didn't decide to pull them out on me. Here we go. And having died in this area many times in the past, I'm hoping to get a better record of it on this particular character. I know there's a fire ring standing right there that I want to be careful not to wander into, because that's absolutely instant death. I'm hoping a Draugr will set it off instead. And I think I can maybe clear the room. Ouch. Wow, and that, yeah, this dagger is totally ineffective. Oh, quick save here. I'm pretty sure the room is gone. Yeah, maybe there's a... And that's going to cost me another health potion. Or another magic potion, rather. Because my regen is still not where I'd really like it to be. And I don't really want to be backed into this corner area very much. But we're able to take him down. What I'm really worried about is Jirik at the end, because his cold spells will just kill me so quickly, but we'll cross that when we come to it. And I don't really want another Nord Sword Cold, because it's not as good as the one I have already, and I just plan to disenchant the other because with my stamina penalties it's not really practical for me to be using a sword. Okay, so there's a trap that'll kill me. Let's just clear out of that area so that I've got more space. I think I'll cast the wolf here, just to serve as a distraction. Well, not a very effective distraction, apparently. Okay, that went fine. I'm going to wait for a second, just because my stamina is low. And going to be... I don't recall exactly where the runes are to trap me in this particular room. But I'm sure there's at least some kind of nasty surprise waiting. And as always, I quick save after I do traps just to not have to repeat them. Unfortunate that my illusion focus is totally worthless at this point, because it takes an awfully long time before Draugr start to people with their illusion spells. But getting to level my restoration is not such a bad thing. No chance I'm going to be able to open that. At least not without burning a ton of picks. So there's our first trap rune. And this is kind of a fun little puzzle. I remember the first time I played Skyrim, this just... I found this very difficult to figure out that it was like a sequence where each one would turn the other, but after going through it, 50 times or so, I started to get the hang of it. And there's definitely a dart trap in this area, but I still want to be able to loot over here, and I'm hoping Tolfdir doesn't set off the trap and get me killed. Well, hopefully he's got some good resist poison. I'm going to wait a second, because I want Tolfdir to be effective in this fight. And yeah, the name of the game here is to stay as far away from this thing as possible. I'm just going to keep casting minions and stay away from his frost magic. I've got some potions I can pop that will make me not die quite as instantly, but I'm still in a really bad way against this dude. Run! Okay, I think I'm going to have to drink some potions. Or just die instantly. That can happen too. I'm not sure what I can do to improve my approach on that. I think I just needed to be better with my movement and keeping away from him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those ice spikes will kill me. But as long as he's staying a little further away, I'm okay with that. run. Run more. Kind of cornered here. Oh, I really need to hit that shot and not miss. Where is he? Okay, got it. Really? Really? Well, I had no recollection of him having an explosion back then, but maybe that's just my error.
Try to drain some of its power.
Keep casting distraction wolves. Okay, this is where I have to pop some potions. Okay, the wolf did a really good job there of tanking for me. No explosion this time? You sure? Alright. And the Galder amulet is, even in its fragment form, better than what I'm using right now. And the staff gives a nice bonus to magic as well as magic of regeneration. So, all very good.
What could this
And I'm going to put off Felglow Keep for a good long time, but I think this at least gets me some, I don't think the reward for it is very good, but it'll sell for some gold. And I've got the staff, which is a moderately useful item at this point. Anything good here? Ring of Major Illusion. Okay, that's a really fantastic find. That definitely makes it worthwhile to have suffered through this quest. So, on to the next one. What we're doing now is actually not very illusion focused. I'm going through the start of the companion's quest line to get the beast blood because I'm just sick of getting one-shotted by arrows. And really the only fix to that is to significantly boost my HP. So here we are at Dustman's Cairn. I've got enough levels into destruction and restoration where I think I'll be able to handle the Draugr okay. It may be a little tough because I still don't have a great defense against the arrows, but if I play carefully, I'm pretty sure I can get through it. No guarantees about Deathless, but the quest will get done. That's the important part. And I'm not sure if lockpicking has gotten harder or if I've just gotten worse at it. Either one is possible. But here we go. I think I'll just start off with summoning some minions, and I can play some moves. And let's get Sunfire. I was just realizing that if I use runes consistently, then I'll end up hitting Barkus, which isn't very nice, and also he does pretty good damage, so I want to keep him around. So Sunfire isn't terribly mana efficient yet, but it seems better than my fire spells at the very least.
Old Nord's sacrifice place. Be careful. Let's look for a way to open the bars.
So I'm pretty happy to be looting these guys for various alchemy ingredients and hopefully some potions of cleansing, which are just really handy to have later on. I usually just stockpile whatever potions of cleansing I'm able to build up.
I hope I didn't scare you. It's a blessing given to some... Oh no. We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
So that's worthy of a quick save. And I'm pretty okay with hanging back and not getting too much into the middle of the fight because I'm just not all that effective in combat. I don't have any combat perks yet. So just casting my conjuration spells is decent. I've gotten it up to 25 so I could get the Spectral Warhound, which is awesome. It does a lot of damage actually. Still haven't managed to get the Necromancer's Amulet, which I was hoping to do. Alright, Farkas out of the way. Orcish Bow would be a pretty nice find if I was doing that sort of character, but I'm not. These novice locks feel like they're taking more effort than they should, but I'm going to keep unlocking them because, well, that is how you level the things up. And yeah, no chance there. So we get to buff up on potions. It's kind of nice that there's some magical ones here. As I recall, this next room can be a little tricky because there's no, we're not quite there yet. But there's a room coming up with some archers on the top level. And I'm just taking out these Draugr both to level my restoration and remove the damage that can come back and interfere in this. And yeah, Farkas obviously has some really good perks to be able to take down Draugr that easily, so I'm pretty pleased at how this is going so far. Yep, just checking around the walls to see if there's more Draugr that might wake up. This looks suspiciously like an area that might have a trap. And I don't think I want to bother with an adept lock, even if I could in theory pick it. I don't think it's really worth the effort. Okay, so here's the area where I can see some silver hand up here, and I think I'm going to try and save them. That did not seem very effective. Okay, well, plan B, let's shoot them with the crossbow. Okay, that time it seems like it actually did something. And it is kind of amusing to watch your enemies fight it out and see who wins. That guy has a crossbow. I can't quite tell at this distance, but
This should be good.
I'd rather not fight them in a straight up way. And luckily Farkas is cooperating and not charging in. Yeah, I don't want to have any miraculous revivals happen from that Silverhand healing herself. Yikes. That was a little too close. Yeah, that's why the rune is not so good. I'm surprised that didn't kill me, actually. I must have my poison. Oh, no, maybe I don't have my poison resist. And they're just going to stand in the traps. That did surprisingly little damage. Let's get a wolf. Thanks. Okay. That was a little chaotic for a second, but we got through it. On to the next zone. And I'd really like to just have the Silverhand and the Draugr fight for a moment and let Barcus recover. I don't think I have any abilities that can heal him yet at this point. Oh no. Okay, I can put Healing Aura on him. That'll get him back in the fight a little quicker. I want the Skeever hide too. So something spotted me and I'm not sure what it was. And continuing the of not getting surprised by Draugr from the rear. Let's just take that guy out. And I think I'll just take my level up here, get a point in health, and finally I can take this point to get myself empowered blur. So now I actually have some angle to take if I run into an archer. And let's get these guys. Not very mana efficient, unfortunately enough. But I did bring a very good number of mana potions. Unfortunately, they're not very good ones. Okay, I want to wait a second and recharge right after I kill this guy. Well, Barcus is a kill stealer. I guess that's fine. Let's take down a magical potion and cast the wolf. Luckily, Farkas is more than capable of dealing with these guys, who both have pretty good weaponry. And I'm going to do a wait here just to get my stats back up. Maybe I can unlock this door. Nah, not really worth it. Maybe I can unlock this chest. Also not worth it. And with that, we're moving in to the home stretch. And the skeever is just too tempting not to sneak attack. This is just me leveling my sneak skill a little bit. Big spider, on the other hand, is a serious threat.
This should be good.
Really don't want to get hit by the spit. Hoping Barkus doesn't get itself poisoned. Okay, so here I think is a spot where I want to try out my puller. Because there's definitely some archers up here. Wow, I had never seen that roll move from Barkus before. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know he could do that. I see an archer guy back that way. And I think here's a spot I can take off the blood. And carrying this dagger around in one hand isn't really doing any particular good for me because it's worse than useless against Draugr. I need my stamina for running around, but having two-handed effect of Sunfire isn't all that impactful either, because it has a little bit of burn damage, so you get more mana efficiency by casting them one at a time. So this is a quick save spot, then let's grab all the goodies and get ready for a fight. And I just want Barkus to do the dual heavy lifting here. And my job is just to keep him alive and in the fight. So I'm going to try and make as many distractions as possible and finish off stragglers while sticking close to him. Okay, Barkus is over here, and I want to be able to hit him, because then I'm less likely to get surrounded and killed from the side. And my summon hasn't felt particularly effective so far. I mean, just having something else for them to be hitting is generally good, but I think I'm just going to keep spending my magic on my fire spells. And here's a spot where maybe we just want to pop Highborn. And when I'm not worried about efficiency with my magic, I might as well be dual casting this. Highborn. There's nothing behind me. And with the help of our racial power, I think we've successfully cleared this area. Let's see if there's any good loot. Steel plate helmet of major alchemy. That's actually a pretty good find. 9% increased alchemy efficiency, plus Muri's ring, which I already have 15%. That will significantly improve my potions, even though I don't have any perks there. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. Now let's move on to our next area. So just to find some other quests that are appropriate for my level, I'm going to push forward on the Dark Brotherhood and go and take care of Elaine Dufont. And I've already gone and done this stuff at the Shatter-Shield house earlier, so I don't have to worry about that. And these guys are mostly just bandits, even though I think they're pretty decently leveled ones, so I should be able to handle it. I know there's a couple outside that have killed me in the past because they use arrows. First attempt on it here, we'll see, die instantly. Yeah, okay, so that one really came out of nowhere. I didn't see that coming at all. Okay, there it is. So let's get a fear spell on her. Okay, there's two archers up there. I really can't engage that. Gonna have to hope I can get a fury off on one of these guys. Either that or get them with a wolf. Okay, I managed to tag one with a fury, so that'll hopefully deal with at least one of those archers up there. And there's something else over there. I'm not sure what type of enemy that is. Whoop! And let's fix up my inventory a little bit. And nothing really of note here. And I've got this Staff of Jurek Galderson out just for the magic regen. I stuck that on a hotkey. I haven't tried very hard to use that before, but it seems like it might be good. And just to be thorough, I'm going to loot this guy too. Raldbthar. So the question is, am I going to be able to sneak up on this guy and get him while he's asleep? Because that would certainly be a nice thing to be able to do. Let's walk very, very slowly. There's a guy over here to the left who I think I'm just going to try and snipe. And this one over here, who I think I'm also going to try and snipe. That was not particularly effective. And I can see there's an archer just dying to shoot me over there, so let's get into the fight. And I don't want to go and warn the others. Okay. Managed that pretty effectively. Let's just loot this area real quick. I don't think there's anything great that's worth taking a look. If there were dwarven bolts, I'd be pretty happy about that. So, I don't think I have the lockpick skill to break through this door. I mean, I'll check, but most likely I have to approach that way, which it can be a little bit awkward. But by sniping some of these guys with Enrage, hopefully I can narrow down their numbers. Okay, so I think I've narrowed it down to just Elaine Dufont, and he might be worthy of a paralysis poison. Would be nice if that was actually effective. Yikes, that was not very effective.
I'll let you live this time.
Really? He went off aggro on me?
Here we go!
And obviously one hit from that thing is going to kill me. Got him. So, his gear is actually quite good. I'm going to disenchant the Cuirass to have access to magic resist at the enchanting table, and I'm going to go turn in that quest, and that is that. So, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this series, hit subscribe because I do have more videos to come.